Good day. We begin with significant political developments in the United States, where US President Donald Trump is currently facing a notable decline in his approval ratings. According to the average of major national surveys compiled by the portal Real Clear Politics and released on Sunday, President Trump's approval now stands at 41.6%. A striking 56% of respondents expressed dissatisfaction. This downturn comes amidst growing skepticism surrounding President Trump's policy direction in the conflict with Iran. Public sentiment, as revealed by a YouGov survey conducted for CBS News and published on Sunday, shows considerable unease. Only 38% of those surveyed approved of President Trump's handling of the Iran crisis, while 62% disapproved. Furthermore, the military action itself faced significant rejection, with only 40% supporting it, compared to 60% who did not. A critical finding from the survey highlights that 2/3 of respondents characterized the conflict as a freely chosen war, implying it was not perceived as necessary. The conflict's repercussions are now being felt in the daily lives of many United States citizens, adding a layer of political sensitivity for President Trump. The same CBS survey indicated that 85% of Americans reported a recent rise in gasoline prices in their local areas. A substantial 90% anticipate that the ongoing conflict will further escalate oil and gasoline prices in the short term. Significantly, only 1/3 of the population believes that United States citizens should be prepared to accept higher gasoline prices under these circumstances. What makes this particularly challenging for President Trump is that this dissatisfaction is now touching upon his core policy strengths. In the CBS survey, only 36% approved of his management of the economy, and concerning inflation, the approval dipped even lower to 33%. A majority, 63% of those polled, expect the Iran conflict to weaken the United States economy in the short term. Similar findings emerged from an Ipsos survey conducted for Reuters, which was published last Friday. This poll showed 59% of Americans rejecting the United States airstrikes against Iran, with only 37% supporting them. A substantial 87% predicted further increases in gasoline prices over the coming month, and more than half reported that higher prices were already straining their household budgets. While President Trump has largely maintained support within his own political base so far, there are signs of potential shifts. A Public First survey for Politico, also released on Friday, revealed that 70% of his 2024 voters supported the attacks on Iran. Among self-proclaimed MAGA supporters, this figure was even higher, at 81%. However, this support is not without its limits. The survey indicated that if the conflict were to become prolonged and result in more United States military casualties, this backing could begin to erode. Crucially, President Trump has not experienced the typical rally around the flag effect, a surge in popularity often seen during times of war. Instead, doubts are intensifying regarding the strategy, the financial costs, and the overall duration of the military engagement. These survey results present a considerable political challenge for US President Donald Trump as he navigates the complexities of foreign policy amidst domestic economic concerns and shifting public opinion. What's your take on President Trump's approval tanks over Iran war, gas prices? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.